What's up, everybody? Let's Talk Jets Radio. Quick training camp recap here. Day 5 just finished up. Thought today was going to be full pads. It wasn't. They were in shells and shorts, so a little disappointed with that. A little bit more tempo, a little bit more teamwork today, a bunch of red zone drills. I guess I'll start with Zach Wilson. And this isn't just me. You can look at all the other beat reporters before I start getting all these hate messages that I'm picking on Zach Wilson. I'm actually going to defend him because it's only his third practice. You know, he's still getting acclimated. It's very early in the process. But today did not look good at all. He was very hesitant, holding on to the football way too long. A couple open receivers that, if he got rid of the ball right away, he definitely had for completions, especially in the red zone. He struggled a little bit. Early in practice wasn't so bad. As I noted in the first video, the quick release stands out all the time, especially on some of the screen passes, the bubble screens, anything with those short routes. He just gets rid of it so quick. So that was the one thing that stood out. You also see the mobility, his ability to extend plays, roll out, get outside the pocket. All that looks good. But the one thing that just stood out today was, again, him holding onto the football way too long, open receivers, and he was just very hesitant, not trusting what he saw. But again, day 3, it's early, take a deep breath. I'm not panicked about it. If there was somebody that was going to panic, it would be me. So I'm not panicked at all about that. Other positions, I'm just going off the top of my head. I don't have any notes or anything. I put a bunch of stuff out on Twitter if you want to see the entire recap. But running backs, again, the defense pretty much dominated most of practice today with a lot of the runs. Michael Carter, he had a few nice ones. Pirine had a catch early in practice where he got stripped by Nasruddin, so probably not good for him. Ty Johnson, he looked pretty shifty as well. A few plays he was out there. Didn't really notice Josh Adams at all. Coleman, he looked pretty good. Going to the O-line, again, when you're not in full pads, it's really hard to get a feel for a lot of those things. Becton looked a little bit better today, though, against Carl Lawson. There was only one really noticeable play where, Lawson, broke things up. It was on one of the red zone plays where he just went right by Becton, stuffed the run for a loss. A few other guys who stood out, Nasruddin and Sherwood, both looked pretty good. I was watching them a lot during the linebacker drills, just very fast, very fluid. It looks natural for them, and I love the idea of having some converted safeties being able to play linebacker if you're looking for better coverage in that regard. So I think that's going to help. You go to the cornerbacks, and the name that we were talking about, a few people mentioned also in the comments that really could have a chance to earn himself some playing time back there in the secondary is Justin Hardy. I know he was brought in for special teams. He's going to be a leader. He looks physical as hell during a lot of these drills, and he had another nice pass breakup today. He had one at the end of Saturday's practice as well, so pay attention to him. Bryce Hall, he made a few plays today. One breakup, I think it was on Mims over the middle. And speaking of Mims, he did have a nice catch at one point today. Another play where he was open, but I think it was Mike White who was in at quarterback, who threw the ball a little bit low and missed him. James Morgan, he looked pretty good again. He had a few nice touchdown passes while during the red zone drills. Kenny Yeboah, he made a few nice plays. Didn't really notice him at all on Saturday, but today he looked pretty sharp. Had some nice runs after the catch. Herndon had a pretty nice practice. Had one touchdown early on, and then another touchdown with a nice toe tap in the back of the end zone. So that was good. You definitely see Elijah Moore already becoming a fan favorite. He got the crowd fired up at the start of practice, and you can already see he's also becoming Zach Wilson's go-to target. He's always looking for him. I think he's going to be a player that right away just steps in and makes an instant impact, so excited to see him. Corey Davis, he had one nice catch along the sidelines. Other than that, didn't really notice him too much. Who else on defense am I forgetting? Nobody else, again, on defense really stood out, at least that I'm thinking of. Nathan Shepard had a nice run stuff on one play. But other than that, not a whole lot. Again, not full pads yet. I think they're going to go to pads tomorrow, and then Wednesday I should be there. Hopefully it's another padded practice because Game 1 preseason is right around the corner. So any questions you have, anybody that I missed that you guys are curious about, feel free to drop a comment. Again, when you're watching 90+ guys, it's hard to watch everybody. You're trying to figure out who's with the first team and who's with the second team. There were times where Zach Wilson was out there and they were just kind of getting him some work with the 2s and 3s to maybe give those guys a better look. So it's very hard to predict certain things right now. But again, any guys that I missed that you guys want to know about, feel free to drop a comment or a question. And if I notice them, I will let you know what I thought. So talk to you guys tonight.